Carl Jung said everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. And so this idea of everything that irritates us, that irritation or that annoyance, that anger that we feel, that sense of fawning, that sense of deep admiration, any strong emotional response that is elicited by this person that is holding our shadow, or is sort of like the screen upon which our shadows are projected, that can lead us to an understanding of ourselves, and therefore our triggers are an entry point into our shadow work. So triggers are usually things that we run away from, right? However, when you start getting into shadow work, once you start getting into self-knowledge, once you start getting into individuation, you want to start viewing triggers in a totally different way. Triggers no more should be that thing that you run away from, or that thing that you use to justify your anger, or you justify yourself and make the other person wrong. Triggers are golden because they show you where the gold of the shadow lies. Okay, so triggers can range from mild irritation to a strong emotional charge as a result of another person or event. And like I said, it could be irritation, anger, it could be annoyance, it could also be strong admiration. It could be any strong or any emotional charge that we experience. So, like I said, they can be positive and negative, and also they show up as a corresponding sensation in the body. And this is really important to get into and understand, especially if you're one of those people that really lives in your head and you don't really allow yourself to anchor yourself in your body consciousness. You want to start understanding that the trigger, when you experience it, is not just something that you're annoyed with in an intellectual way, but you feel it in your body. Okay, if you were to really get present with yourself, you will realize that it shows up as a corresponding feeling somewhere in your body, and it's going to differ from person to person. But you want to really be able, when you look at your triggers, to be able to identify them as such, right? Don't look at them as an opportunity to run away, but as an opportunity for an entry point into shadow work, and also be able to find the corresponding sensation in the body. So let's talk about how to work with triggers in a little bit more depth. So first of all, we recognize we're triggered, like I said, okay? We're going to approach that trigger with curiosity, okay? Not with annoyance, not with, I'm justified, he's wrong, she's wrong, I'm in the right, they're in the wrong. No, you want to leave that type of thinking out. You are on the path of individuation now. You are on the path of self-knowledge. You are not trying to blame other people for the things that go right or wrong in your life. You take full responsibility for your life. You approach the trigger with curiosity and see it as an opportunity for self-knowledge. So what you want to do now is feel into that trigger. What does it feel like in your body? Give it a color, give it a shape, give it a texture. Is it moving? Is it static? All of the ways that you can ascribe some sort of quality to that feeling in your body will help it come alive for you and help you to really get present with it. Sit with the feeling of the trigger. And this is the really important part, with a non-judgmental attitude. You want to become the observer of your trigger, not a judge of your trigger. Not, oh, look at me, I'm so unspiritual, I'm getting triggered again, I'm flying off the handle, I'm getting angry. No, don't blame yourself, don't make yourself wrong. Just become the observer of the feeling, of the sensation in your body. Resist the temptation to blame the other or to justify why you are in the right. And look at it as an entry point into self-inquiry. Ask the questions: when have I felt this way before? What does this remind me of? Is this sensation familiar to me? And you may actually find that this has happened before. You felt this way before. Somebody else has triggered you in this way before that exhibited a certain trait that is similar, right? You want to really be able to start getting present with this stuff.